Hi, this is Vicki with a Paper Connection. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I am here to bring you this really fun card. I can't talk today. Um, Once a week, I like to bring you a fun fold, a 3D project, or some special stamping technique. Maybe I need to have another cup of coffee this morning. But today's project is a Z fold. It's so super cute. It fits in a normal size envelope, and it's just really fun to make. And I will have all of my dimensions, all of the products with links to purchase and all of that at the bottom of the video. I used Free as a Bird stamp set, and I have to say this has probably been one of my favorite stamp sets and suites in the entire new catalog. I want to show you the paper that we have, which I could probably show you just on this card alone because I used so many of them. Right here is the Bird Ballad suite, and there's some special cards, cutout cards that are just amazing. They come in a really nice tin. There's lace and trinkets, but look at these papers. They're gorgeous. They're so pretty. Mostly having to do with birds, but then there are flowers and keys and feathers, bird cages, dots. Just a really cool set. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you would like a catalog, contact me at the email that is somewhere in this video, whether it's on the screen right now or at the end, and it will definitely be posted at the very bottom in the description. If you would like a catalog, just contact me, or if you have any questions about this card, contact me and I will get a catalog or get back to you with your questions. So without further ado, let's get started playing. Okay, so I've pre-cut everything that I'm going to need for this card, and as I mentioned, I think before, all of the measurements and everything will be at the bottom of this video, but I'll go ahead and tell you this is cut 4 1/4 by 11 inches. So normally you cut your paper in half this way. Normally you cut your paper for a normal card, a normal opening up card like this. You cut your paper 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. Well, this is cut the opposite direction, the long way. So it's 4 1/4 by 11. And then that means that your middle scoring is going to be 5 1/2. So that's what I did here. I scored it at 5 1/2. And when you get ready to fold it, you're going to take your scoring area where the indentation is at, and you're just going to fold it like that with the ridge in the middle. I've actually been asked that question before, what the best way to fold a card is, and you want to fold it with the ridge in the middle. So yeah, so that's how you're going to go about doing that, and you'll get the best fold for it that way. So there we go, just like that. That's as easy as it gets, seriously. And then I'm going to have all of these pieces that we can put on there. But before I put the pieces on, I'm going to go ahead and do my stamping. Now, before I stamp, I have to decide which bird that I want to use. And what I did for this bird, now I do have a stamp for a bird, but this was a card class that we did, and instead of stamping and coloring and all that, I thought this would be a really fun way to do it. And so I think instead of putting my bird on this side, I think I'm going to put it on this side this time. So I think I'm going to choose this little guy right here. I really like him, so I'm going to go ahead and cut him out, and basically I'm going to cut him out. Well, what you do when you cut him out is you go along the edge and you leave a little bit of white in there, and then you turn your paper. You don't do your elbow out everywhere, but you turn your paper and you follow along and leave a little bit of white around it, and then it looks like you've used your die cutting machine to cut it out, and it also keeps the integrity of the bird itself. And you'll see just how easy it is to. It's a lot easier when you're not in the middle of a piece of paper, but it's still pretty easy to do. So I'm just going to whip through this really quickly. So I've got my cute little birdie all cut out, and I already have I have already cut out my ovals, and I used Daffodil Delight for my scalloped oval and Whisper White for my round edge. And I just wanted to show you, I actually have all of my frame type die cuts on a frame on a board. It's like a big picture with a magnet on it, so it's kind of hard for me to take them off and show them. So I just thought I would show it to you here, and maybe I'll take a picture of my setup with all my dies and let you see that. But here are my layering ovals. There are 15 of them, and this is a wonderful set. I used the second to the largest scallop and the second to the largest rounded edge. So I just wanted to show you that. All right, so I'm going to place this little fellow on this side, and I want my sentiment to be here. So I'm going to bring in my black Memento ink, and the sentiment, your friendship means the world to me. And I'm just going to place it. I'm okay if my bird comes off the edge. So I'm just going to place this right about here. And then I'm also going to stamp some leaves. Okay. And then I think while I have my black Memento ink out, I'll go ahead and stamp the inside in here too. And in order to do that, I'm just going to lay that right there, just so I get an idea of where it should be, so I can center it, and I'll just stamp it just like that. And that's it for my stamping. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my stamping blends, and I'm going to color in my leaves. So I'm going to use light and dark Granny Apple Green. And when you're using your blends, you Stampin' Up! With the stamps that they do, they give you such texture and design. So I like to just go along the edges where just around the edge here. And then also in the different lines that they give you that kind of shows the veins of the leaves and stuff. I like to do that. And then I'll go back over it with the lighter Granny Apple Green and blend it in. So now I'm going to just trim that off. And I'm going to make it easier on myself by going ahead and cutting that larger piece off. All right, so here we go. And I'll fast forward during this. Again, though, you're going to want to leave some white around it and turn your paper with your hand. So I have my little birdie ready, and I have gotten this all cut out. I have to tell you, as I'm doing this video, it's actually August 8th when I'm recording this. I am recording ahead because as I'm doing this, my oldest child and his wife and my granddaughter are flying here from England, and I am just about beside myself. I can hardly sit still. I will be leaving in a couple hours to go pick them up, and I go to see them frequently, but I haven't had them here and had both my kids in my house at the same time with my grandkids at the same time in 4 years. And so I'm just like, I'm just beside myself. I'm so excited, and it's a wonder I even have enough sense to be able to do this. And it may be debatable when this is all over if I did have enough sense. I know, you can laugh with me, not at me, right? Anyway, I still think that is pretty, even if I don't have good sense today. But I love that. I love that bird. And I love that all of these different colors and shapes. And see, this is the back side of it, but isn't it gorgeous? Those birds are so pretty. Okay, enough of that. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue this onto the back or to the front of that scallop. See, I told you I might not have good sense today. But I think it's okay. I don't want to work while they're here. I don't want to do anything that's going to take time away from them. So I thought, you know, I just better get these things done so that I can just play. So now what I'm doing here is I am placing dimensionals right up the middle, and I like to have good coverage because when it goes through the machines at the post office, you don't want it to collapse in the middle or anything like that. All right, so now let's put our card together. I'm going to show you all our pretty papers. I think I have a piece missing. I have laid it somewhere and couldn't find it. So anyway, that's the way it goes sometimes. All right, so I'll just show you, this is the other side, which I showed you earlier when I showed you the birds. So I'm just going to put this right in here. And I want my margins to be even around it, all the white to try to be even, like the same amount all the way around. And then I'm going to open it up. I love these bird cages. They are so cool. And it's the feathers on the opposite side. So I'm just going to, which you could do that. You could put the feathers on the inside and then use the bird cages on the outside, the small piece on the outside if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you how you do it. And you know what? You don't even have to use the bird ballad. See, like that. You don't even have to use the bird ballad paper. You could make this, you could do the sail away, the nautical theme. You could do that with this paper. You could do the memorable mosaic, or I don't know, whatever. It's such a versatile card. You could do just about anything. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's really pretty paper. But I wanted since I'm using the Daffodil Delight, I wanted to use the footprints of the birds on the outside. So here we go. I just place that right in there. And again, I want my little margins to be as close as possible. Scooch it up just a little bit. Wait. See, that's the good thing about Tombow, or about our liquid glue. It is very gracious. You can pick it up and move it around as long as you don't let it set. Okay, so then I'm just going to take these dimensionals off and place it right here. And you know what? My card is complete. Well, maybe not, because I had it a little crooked. You know what? I think what is crooked is this. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can fix that. I'm not sure if I can fix that. Well, it's going to be okay. I think what I might do I might place another embellishment on there and nobody will even notice. I'll place it right down here. There. It's still great. So take it from me, you don't want to put it on crooked. You want to, but see, now that's, unless you have videoed, you don't really understand how difficult it is to do this and do it right without getting your head in the camera. So, you know what? What I've always said is it's handmade, not Hallmark. And any of my friends that get this will just be happy to get it. And they'll know that I thought about them, and it won't matter that that's just a little bit crooked. So anyway, this is my video for today. I love the birds. I love this card. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you'll excuse my excitement and my bumbles in the middle of it. I am leaving in about 3 hours, and I couldn't be more excited to see and get my hands on my kids. Woo woo! So anyway, if you like this video, hit subscribe. If you really like it, hit the little bell button, ring the bell, and you'll get notice of when my future videos come out. And I would love to have you shop from me, or just enjoy my videos. And if you create this card and do it in your own little way, share it with me. I would love to see what you made. So thanks so much, and I hope you have a great day.